Today's episode is brought to you by Flex.
Flex is innovating period care with products that are body safe, made for comfort, and made to keep you moving. The Flex disc is a one-time use menstrual disc that fits perfectly inside of your body. And if you want to go zero waste, you can check out the Flex cup, which is a reusable cup made with a velvety soft material for a comfortable fit. With tampons, I feel like you have to change them constantly. I'm constantly concerned that I've forgotten one.
Right.
I'm constantly reminding myself, okay, like I should change it out in like a few hours or so. You can leave a Flex disc or one of their menstrual cups in for 12 hours.
That's
you can put it in and forget about it for a full day.
So say goodbye to leaks, mess, and stress, and say hello to healthier periods for people and the planet with Flex. Go to flexfits.com/advice and use code ADVICE for 20% off Flex discs starter kits or 10% off your first Flex cup plus free US shipping. That's code ADVICE at Flex, F-L-E-X, fits.com/advice. So you know that one credit card, Ash, that you just like avoid at all costs and you try not to check it, but when you do, you're just like hoping that there's just like no debt there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Live. You know, we all know. Well, guys, there's people that can help you.
Thank God.
And one of them is Upstart.
Upstart is the fast and easy way to get a personal loan to pay off your debt all online. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 500,000 people have used Upstart to get a simple fixed monthly payment. Upstart finds smarter rates with trusted partners because they assess way more than just your credit score.
Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/advice. That's upstart.com/advice. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/advice. Today's episode is brought to you by Athena Club.
The Athena Club razor is expertly designed with the sharpest patented blades on the market. These one-of-a-kind blades are enhanced with a revolutionary water-activated serum that has shea butter and hyaluronic acid for a skin-soothing shave with maximum hydration. In fact, the Athena Club razor is the only razor designed with hyaluronic acid. I've been using Athena Club razors for a few months now, right, Taryn? Right?
Yeah.
And like, I'm obsessed.
I'm obsessed with
the
mine,
shave.
too.
Immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
Also, second best part, really close to the best part though, it has a magnetic holder. That is game changing for all shaving, especially girls who have to shave their legs. And it's like, you got to hold your leg up and like shave it.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on when you're shaving your legs. If you know, you know, especially if you have a shower, not a tub. Mm-hmm. It's a complicated situation. And that magnetic holder, game changing, guys. Absolutely game changing.
So stop using razors that under-deliver and switch to Athena Club. Sign up today and you'll get 20% off your first order. Just go to athenaclub.com and use promo code ADVICE. That's Athena Club, ATHENACLUB.com with promo code ADVICE for 20% off. Ash,
Taryn,
everyone, I would like us to all do a drum roll. Do a drum roll. Thank you. Today is our same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 100th episode.
That was terrible.
How does our song go?
We're still here.
5, 6, 7, 8. We should write words to it.
Yeah, we should.
Anyways,
happy
welcome.
100th episode to all of you guys, to you, Taryn, to me,
you, Ash.
We've come a long way. I can't believe we are at 100 episodes already.
It's nuts.
It feels like yesterday we just had our 1 year anniversary, and I was like, well, we were only like 50 episodes in.
I know.
And here we are. 100. We're professionals. We've been here. We've been around the block a few times.
We've been around the block. We bought the farm, everyone.
Bet the farm.
Shut up. By the way, I had our family friend Shelly text me and was like, "No, that's it's a phrase."
Is it?
But
is it, Shelly?
Maybe older folks. I am an old soul.
You are.
I'm also like a child too. So what are we talking about? Anyways, 100 episodes. Mark was so sweet. He emailed us and to say congratulations, and then was like, I wish we were in the studio. Like we would have like just tore up, had fun. But no, we are sitting at 9:39 p.m. In Ashley's bed doing her thing. So
it's either like first thing in the morning or it's super late at night. There is no in between with us.
And y'all know what happens at night episodes.
Things get weird.
So today's going to be kind of fun. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. This might be a great episode to start on or not. So we'll let you be the judge of that. Cool. Basically, our podcast is made up of freaking all our listeners. You guys write in stories and situations, and we read them and tell you what to do with your lives. And also, give great advice.
Absolutely.
Great advice.
The best advice.
But today we are going to read a story, but also we thought it would be kind of fun to just kind of like recap and like talk about like where we've come from, where we are now, what we enjoy about podcasting. So those of you who have been listening for a while, this will be like super fun. But those of you who are
this is a
new,
great introduction.
But you'll get to know us in our journey. So it's a little bit different, but also going to be a great time. Great time to be alive.
Is that your phone?
Yes.
Respect the pod, Taryn. Silence your phone.
Sorry about that.
It's just as serious as like in the movies.
You know what? Shush. You.
Please silence all cell phones.
We are going to start with a Tearing It Up. I'm going to read it.
Taryn's going to read the Tearing It Up.
Just to mix it up.
Wait, I love that.
I know.
Guys, if you don't know what our Tearing It Up segment is, this is the segment in the podcast where you guys send specifically very funny, awkward, embarrassing stories for us to get a good laugh out of. So here we go, Taryn.
This is a great one. I feel like this is kind of similar to one we've written in, but I thought it was funny. So, okay. Hi, ladies. My name is Violet, and feel free to say my name if you're sharing this on the podcast.
Hi, Violet.
She said, I would extreme fangirl if you did. Well,
Violet.
Initiate fangirling.
What up?
Let's get into it. So I have a crush like most girls do, and I'm the most awkward girl ever when it comes to just being around boys. So we were at school getting ready for our production of Heathers. I got Heather Chandler. Yay. Is that a play, Heathers? I don't know if I know about that one.
I don't know about it either.
But I feel like we love musicals.
I don't think
and
I'm
plays,
as cultured as Violet.
Yeah, same. We were at our first rehearsal, and if you don't know what that entails, it pretty much means just setting up our scripts, group chats, costume sizing, everything else you need to put on a musical. Musical.
Yeah, makes sense.
So my crush came over to me and asked me for my number. I was jubilant yet nervous and confused. Just a roller coaster of emotions.
It's a great word. I'm going to say that.
I feel like I want to bring that back.
I'm going to say it.
I'm just jubilant. So I gave it to him and I said, maybe we can FaceTime later if you want, but make sure to text me before. Ooh. He just looked at me for a solid minute, or what felt like a minute. Then he said, I'm collecting phone numbers for the director. He wants easy ways to contact us. Mood. I just said,
she was so ballsy.
I know.
Said, be sure to text me first.
Which, like, that's kind of like bold, like, like I have so many people that might reach out to me. So like, make sure you text me. I just said, and then she puts in parentheses, oh my gosh, this is the worst part. We can still FaceTime if you want. And I literally winked. I don't know what came over me. I winked.
That is the most Taryn you would do that.
Or finger gun.
Taryn, I was going to say, damn it. I was going to say Taryn would finger gun for sure.
I finger gun an odd amount. And it's my, like, I'm nervous.
Especially when it's extremely awkward and you don't know what to do. Expect a finger gun.
Finger guns. Then he just walked away. So that's great. I did not talk to him since, but I still stalk him on social medias like the crazy girl I am. I attached a pic of him too, so you can see how adorable he is. Thank you for reading this chaotic story. I love you guys. Stay safe.
This is him.
Cute.
He has great hair. He has great hair.
I'd have a crush on him for sure.
With the Bass Pro Shop t-shirt.
You know, just send him this episode and maybe it'll give you brownie points.
Hey, yeah.
If you're listening to this, mystery man, give her a chance. just give her a chance.
Give her a FaceTime.
Give her a that wasn't even that funny, but we're like dying. Great. That was great.
That was hilarious. Damn it. I don't know his hair. He has great hair.
He has great hair.
Great taste in t-shirts. Yeah. He was wearing a Bass Pro Shop t-shirt. I think that makes him cool.
Yeah, that's cool. You're out of control. Okay. Okay. I wrote down some questions that I feel like we should go over.
This. Okay.
Okay. First of all, how did you think this podcast would go? Is it different and in what way?
Oh,
girl,
yes.
I got some good ones.
I mean, when I first, approached Taryn about starting a podcast, in my head, this was going to be very comical. Like, I thought we were going to come in with like funny stories, awkward moments. We'd be like, oh, this is what I would do if I was in that sketchy, or not sketchy. I don't know where sketchy came from. It's 9:30.
It could be sketchy.
Actually, it's almost 10. I'm acting weird.
Sketchy's nice.
Any kind of like weird situation. That's what I thought we were going to deal with. And we kind of did at the top of the podcast, but very quickly the topic started getting very serious. Mm-hmm. And that was not the plan.
Yeah.
I wasn't fully prepared for it, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yes.
So I'm very happy with how it's turned out, but was this the plan from the very beginning? No.
Yeah. I fully agree.
Yeah, like this has turned
1000%.
into a very like vulnerable, open, safe place for a lot of people. And I'm saying that very confidently because I read your guys' messages all the time, and that's what you guys tell us. And I absolutely love that. But no, this was not my intention originally with the podcast. Was going to be more like fun and goofy.
Yeah.
Even though we still make sure to add those elements because those are important to us.
If you listen back to our first like few episodes, you definitely will see that reflected. Yeah. Like very just like funny, embarrassing moments, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So one thing I will say too is I always thought it was really weird when podcasters would talk about like their podcast fam and like how they love their fans and they feel like they know them. And I was always like, okay, you're right. Like,
okay, sure.
You don't see me driving in my car.
You're just trying to make me feel important.
Yes. But I will say like, I 100% feel that. And I think especially because of the subject matter of our podcast, because it is so driven by like the people who write in, like I feel so connected to them. And that's why I can't wait for the world to open back up and like us to finally like meet some of you is going to be so fun. But it's just, it's been amazing. Okay. Next question. What is an episode that stuck out to you or like a moment from recording podcasts that you can remember?
This is hard. I mean, I'm just going to go with my first instinct. The October series stories, I think about those all the time. Specifically the cornfield in Iowa one. I think about it constantly. Like I think about it
That's so true.
Constantly. Yeah. And the two different eyes that he had. And I can't, it's so stupid how often I think about that story.
Yeah, that story
I'm actually like embarrassed to express how many times I think about that story because I just can't get over the end result, which if you haven't listened to the cornfield in Iowa story, you should, because it's really, really good. Those ones specifically, I think stuck out to me a lot. And then I personally, if we're going to take October series out of it, there was an episode where a male shared his insecurities about how he perceived his body.
I love that episode.
And I have never heard something so profound, but also like beautiful and vulnerable and also just like new thinking for me. Like it challenged the way I thought too, all in one beautiful letter.
Yeah.
And I feel like if there was some kind of stereotype in my head, I feel like he shattered it. Yeah. Like completely shattered it and just brought it back to a normal level of like, hey, what you experience, like we experience too. And I think I needed to hear that.
Yeah. I think for me, like I can't like pinpoint specific ones, but I think like I think like honestly, just the vulnerability that I started to see come from people was like really moving to me. And I even remember like the first time I like cried on an episode, and it's just, I don't know, like I feel like it really has, I've always loved people, but when I read stories and I hear not only like, do we get to speak into those people? But then when I read through emails that are like, I didn't write in a story, but you guys gave advice to this girl and it helped me in my situation, or it helped me to give advice to a friend. Like when I see the effects of our podcast that's so far out just our episodes, that is what like gets me super overwhelmed, because all I've wanted to do in life is just to be a positive impact and like hopefully leave the world better than I found it. And so like when I see like, not trying to be like, oh, we're doing so much, but when I see the power of just us sharing people's stories that are brave enough to write in, and how that then has this huge like ripple effect, it's so cool.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. I feel like that was like the goal for us in the beginning, was to be like a really cool place where people can connect and have community, which is so crazy how important that became this past year.
Especially pandemic.
Yeah, like that was something we wanted from the very beginning. And then now full circle, I can't even begin to explain how much this podcast helped me through all of COVID and all of the stay-at-home order. And I've read so many of your guys' messages expressing the same feelings that I have on this side of the podcast.
Yeah, agreed.
So yeah, super pumped for the community that came out of it.
Yes. So it's cool because I feel like society now, like talking about periods is not as like taboo as it once was.
Oh, 1,000%.
Like I used to never talk about it. It was almost something I was like ashamed of growing up.
Yeah.
But I think that's because I had all brothers.
I was just going to say, I grew up in a house with all girls, and well, we had my dad, but like we talked about it all the time.
Yeah. But it's because people talk about it more. I feel like I've learned so many things that like stuff I've been doing since I was like old enough to have a period. I'm like, oh, that's not healthy. Like that's not what you should be doing.
Yeah.
So
you don't leave a tampon in.
Tampon. But obviously, we all want period products that look out for our bodies, our lifestyle, and the planet, which is why we're pumped to partner with Flex.
Guys, Flex is completely changing period care with products that are body safe, made for comfort, and made to keep you moving. They even have a Flex disc, which is a one-time use menstrual disc that fits perfectly inside of your body. One Flex disc can be worn for up to 12 hours. And holds as much flow as 3 super tampons.
Wow.
Guys, I'm just, with tampons, I feel like you have to change them constantly. I'm constantly concerned that I've forgotten one.
Right.
I'm constantly reminding myself, okay, like I should change it out in like a few hours or so. You can leave a Flex disc or one of their menstrual cups in for 12 hours.
That's
you can put it in and forget about it for a full day. And if you want to go zero waste, you can check out the Flex Cup, which is a reusable cup made with a velvety soft material for a very comfortable fit. Your Flex Cup is 100% reusable and lasts for years. Plus, it's completely body safe and non-toxic. Flex's products are worth the learning curve, and Flex has videos, diagrams, FAQs, and even live chat Flexperts on their website to help you along the way.
So say goodbye to leaks, mess, and stress, and say hello to healthier periods for people and the planet with Flex. Go to flexfits.com/advice and use code ADVICE for 20% off Flex disc starter kits or 10% off your first Flex cup plus free US shipping. That's code ADVICE at Flex, Flex, fits.com/advice. So you know that one credit card, Ash, that you just like avoid at all costs and you try not to check it, but when you do, you're just like hoping that there's just like no debt there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Lies. You know, we all know. Well, guys, there's people that can help you.
Thank God.
And one of them is Upstart.
Guys, Upstart is the fast and easy way to get a personal loan to pay off all of your debt. all online. Whether you're paying off credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 500,000 people have used Upstart to get a simple fixed monthly payment. With a 5-minute online rate check, you can see your rate upfront for loans from $1,000 to $50,000.
Wow.
Hello. That's a big gap. The best part is you can get approved the same day and can receive funds as fast as one business day. So it doesn't matter what your timeline is, they can get it to you ASAP. If debt is taking over your life, it's time to get a fresh start with Upstart.
Love that. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/advice. That's upstart.com/advice. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/advice. Okay, so we both get to answer this about the other person.
Ooh,
okay,
this is fun.
So first, we're going to start with our individual strengths.
Oh.
Do you want to go first? Or do you need a minute?
I think I need a minute.
Okay. I think one of your strengths is that you are very good at giving advice, like seeing all sides. So I think sometimes like you're able to see a situation and give a perspective based on maybe what like the other people in the story are feeling, which is very much like your 9-ness.
Yeah.
So I think that that's very cool. And you're not like I tend to like just spitfire what I say, whereas like you're very like collected about when you like give your advice. And I think like I watch you do that and I know how like targeted and like how much is behind your words. And I think that's really cool watching that. And it's why like people should listen to what you have to say because you are very intentional with the things that you say. And I love that.
You guys don't even see it unless you, well, we probably cut it out. You guys don't even see how much time. Usually I'll sit here and be like, not looking at Taryn, not looking at my computer, just looking down, trying to figure out exactly what I want to say.
But I love that. Like you don't just talk to talk.
Yeah.
You have to like be genuine in what you say and make sure that you're really thinking about like saying it in the right way. And I think that's definitely a strength that you have.
Yeah. I think Taryn has 2 strengths and in no particular order am I going to go about these strengths. But the first one is I think that you make people feel very safe. And I think even the audience can tell and the writers, like the people that are writing in can tell because they too have experienced Mama Bear Taryn. And there is such a cool thing to that. Like I've experienced Mama Bear Taryn in like real life when I'm being dumb, you know, and when the world comes at you and Taryn says, nah, you can't touch her. You know, like Taryn has this Mama Bear side that I have witnessed in real life that now so many people have been able to witness and experience through the podcast because they're being vulnerable, sharing situations, sharing people that have done them wrong. And they can feel how angry you are and how much you want to like step in the way of the person and just like, I mean, kill him. Just kill him.
She ain't lying.
Taryn, that's Mama Bear Taryn. And I think it's so cool that like so many people have experienced that side of you that only like a few people in real life have experienced. And then the other thing Taryn's really good at is I think any story that comes our way, any situation, whether it's like funny or like extremely serious, Taryn's really good at finding like the core reason why you're feeling a certain type of way. I'll be like, listen, you need to do this. Be careful when you say this to someone else because they might take it this way. I'm kind of circling around and touching all the bases. And she's like, yeah, but when you said this about yourself, I feel like that's really saying a lot. And I think you need to handle some of those things first, like take care of yourself first. So yeah, I think she's really good at stuff like that too.
Thanks, Ash. But I love that all of those are different. I think that's what makes us like a good duo.
Well, that's why we're a dynamic duo.
Okay, so that brings to the next one. What is something about that the other does, like specifically in podcasting realm, that annoys you, or like you are like, oh dear Lord, when it happens? I have mine.
I'm trying to. Okay.
In specifically podcasts. Let's not get into like our living situation, our friendship.
Let's not bring personal into this, okay?
Remember, we still have to live together after this. So, yeah. Do you want to go?
Yes.
Wow. She had that one way quicker than my strength.
I had to.
She said, I'm ready. Okay. Hit me with it. Hit me.
So I feel like, and you know what? Maybe you guys could verify this.
Oh God. I'm scared.
Come at me on Instagram. Let me know if I'm right. I feel like sometimes, and this is not in a bad way. This is coming from your heart and because you are so passionate about what you do. But sometimes you'll talk for a really long time and I can't, there's no window for me to interject anything. And then when you're done, I'm like, well, that was everything I had thought of. Like if she could have taken just one breath, I would have been able to throw something in there.
So I take that. I fully take that. I fully take that.
I feel like there's been a couple times where I've been like, oh, okay, I got it. And then you'll say it and I'll be like, that's cool. I'll move to the next one. No problem. And then
B,
you'll cover it.
There's
and
my
then
C.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to go down to C. Here we are at D.
Yeah.
And then my microphone will just slowly drop.
Yeah. She's just
down
done.
to my lap because I'm like,
she's just done. I'm so
those are
sorry.
all my talking points. But it comes out of a beautiful place where you are genuinely so fired up and Mama Bear Taryn is out and you are passionate about this person. It's not a bad thing. It's just, I need to be like tapped out.
You
my
know
turn.
what too? You know what too? Because I'm a ping ponger. Like even if you say all the points I was thinking, something you say will trigger something. But like what I said, your strength is you're so like tuned into what you're going to say that if I say the things you plan, you're not thinking like, oh, okay, well, what did she say? Let me say something off that. You're like, that was my point.
Like,
that was my list in my head.
That was my PowerPoint. And now I have to go make
so
another
much
PowerPoint.
Sense. Please interrupt me, Ash.
No. I could never. Not when you're on a roll.
Okay. I'm ready. Are you ready for yours?
Yes.
Okay. So Ashley will randomly in the middle of an episode just check out. She'll be there. She'll be there mentally. And then all of a sudden, like we'll be talking and I'll look over and she's staring off into space. Or she gets kind of like quiet. And then I'm such a like, I feed off of her. So then I'll usually stop and be like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah. And then I'll just be like, something's happening. But now I know I probably just stole all her points.
It could be that. But then I'm not lying. This is not an exaggeration when I say almost every guy I've dated has told me that same thing.
Go off.
Where I like check out and I just, it's a daydreaming problem that I have. I've had it since I was a kid and I will zone out and I'll forget that I'm podcasting and I'll just be thinking about something completely different.
But I mean, if you think about it, like watching TV, listening to podcasts, doing anything, I do that too, where I'm all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I got to rewind because I wasn't paying attention. And that's what we do. Like I'm telling a story or talking forever,
I'll be
apparently.
super interested. And then the next thing I know, I'm like, wait, what did she say? You know, this is why I couldn't graduate. It took me so long.
You did it though, girl. You got that diploma.
She graduated.
Okay. Just a couple more and then we can end with your story.
Sure.
I'm living for this.
This is fun.
What has this process of like doing the podcast taught you about yourself?
Ooh, I feel like if you knew me or know me in real life, you'll know I am an extremely private person. I don't tell people things that aren't in my immediate circle. And even the people in my immediate circle, I have to like process how I feel first before I tell them. I'm not good at just being open and vulnerable, period.
Yes.
In a discussion. I feel like you guys as an audience have taught me so much about how to be vulnerable, what that looks like, that it doesn't need to be polished and perfect. Like you presenting situations that you've been through, feelings that you're feeling. It's not a lot of the times you guys are like, hey, like, even if you don't read this, like it felt so good to get this out and just write this out for myself. And I'm like, you know what? I need to start being more open and vulnerable like that and just doing it for me and not thinking about what the other person might think of me in that vulnerable state.
I love that.
Yeah.
Ash,
growth.
That's huge.
Thanks. It's a big deal for me.
I'm proud of you.
For an emotionless 9.
An emotionless 9. You heard it from her, folks. I think that this has taught me how powerful it is to talk about the things that scare us the most. Mm-hmm. And I mentioned it before, but just hearing people talking about these things, and then a lot of times, like when we get answers back from people who are like, oh my gosh, you listened to my episode, and how they feel just us two random freaking girls sitting in a bed, recording on a microphone, talking about your problems, even though we've never met you. Like, just us validating you and like talking through makes you feel supported and less alone. Uh-huh. Like, imagine if we did that for the people in our own lives.
Isn't that crazy?
It's nuts to me.
Isn't that crazy?
And I think it's just taught me how powerful connection is, even in a form of strangers talking to each other and supporting each other. Yeah. So it's really made me passionate about
people
wanting to like have that movement of just like people being positive and understanding and accepting of each other. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's what I've learned.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
So as you guys know, we have some faves, and one of our faves is BetterHelp, because they just align so perfectly with what we do.
BetterHelp.
They're the pro to our professional.
The pro to our They pick up where we lack.
Yep. And I'm gonna be real, I'm in the process of signing up because I'm not doing well.
Guys, BetterHelp is so freaking convenient, and they are so ready to help you with anything that you need help with. They have licensed professional counselors who are specialized in depression, anger, stress, family conflicts, anxiety, LGBT matters, relationships, grief, sleep, self-esteem, trauma, and so much more. If any of those things really resonated with you just now, that's a sign.
Yep.
It's happening. Yep. It is time for you to deal with it now. The best part about BetterHelp is that it's all online. You can text your counselors, you can have a phone call, you can video chat with your counselors, whatever makes you feel most comfortable. And one of my favorite things about BetterHelp is that if you at any point feel like you need to change counselors, you can at any time with no added cost. Taryn and I talk about it all the time. Finding a counselor is like finding a good pair of shoes. Some fit, some don't, and it's nothing personal, but you got to switch. Yep. And I love that they make that so easy for you guys.
Yes. We want you guys to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/advice. Join over 1 million people who've taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's betterhelp, HELP.com/advice. So we love it when we can partner with brands that solve a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Today's problem we're solving is the forever battle of cheap razors and good razors.
Ooh.
You want the razors that don't give you the bumps, don't burn you, but you also don't want to spend that much money, you know?
Who says you can't get both?
Who said, Ash? Who said? Not today, because we found Athena Club.
Athena Club is the answer to your problems. Guys, the Athena Club razor is expertly designed with the sharpest patented blades on the market, giving you the smoothest, sharpest shave. I've been using Athena Club razors for a few months now, right, Taryn? Right?
Yeah.
And like I'm obsessed.
I'm obsessed with
the shave. Immaculate. Also, second best part, really close to the best part though, it has a magnetic holder. That is game changing for all shaving, especially girls who have to shave their legs, and it's like you got to hold your leg up and like shave it. Yeah, there's a lot going on when you're shaving your legs. If you know, you know. Especially if you have a shower, not a tub. It's a complicated situation, and that magnetic holder, game changing, guys. Absolutely game changing. The best part is the razor kit is only $9, which includes 2 5-blade razor heads, your choice of a razor handle color, which is always fun. I love when I get to pick a color. Mine's blue.
Twins.
Check it out. And the magnetic holder for easy storage. I get new blades shipped regularly, so I never run out. And it doesn't stop at Incredible Razors, guys. With Athena Club, they carry all the self-care essentials you need, from period care to body care and even probiotic and multivitamins. And every product is vegan and cruelty-free.
So stop using razors that underdeliver and switch to Athena Club. Sign up today and you'll get 20% off your first order. Just go to athenaclub.com and use promo code ADVICE. That's ATHENACLUB.com with promo code ADVICE for 20% off. So I've, been around social media for like a little bit now. And there's definitely some areas that I never thought I could like enter when it comes to like the design, like the cool aesthetic looking stuff that comes on Instagram. I didn't realize that there were things out there to like help you do that.
Were you trying to be like my Instagram?
You wish. Just kidding, yes. And actually, who we're partnering with, who is Canva. You freaking showed me them.
I did.
Because it's one of your faves. So tell us about it, Ash.
Guys, I have been using Canva for years now. And if you have followed the UA Instagram, you probably noticed a few Canva templates here and there. Canva Pro is the easy-to-use design platform that has everything you need to design like a pro. Whether you're a professional designer or just getting started, Canva Pro can help boost you and your team's productivity and creativity. It's a quick, easy, and affordable way to design whatever you need. My favorite Canva Pro feature is the templates that they provide you. It doesn't matter what you're trying to make, whether it's a Facebook ad, a YouTube banner, an Instagram static post, a story. It has all of those things with templates created for you. So you can be inspired by their templates, and you can also take those templates and completely change them out with something that you have in mind. But it really just gets your creative juices flowing. So for example, one of our favorite things that we do on the show is end every episode in a dad joke. And I recently started posting all of our dad jokes on our Instagram using what? I'll tell you. Canva.
Canva.
It was easy. I used a template. I changed the background color and made it more, my aesthetic. I could change everything about it, but I used the template and it made it so easy to do. And that's why we love Canva.
So design like a pro with Canva Pro. Right now, you can get a free 45-day extended trial when you use our promo code. Just go to canva.me/advice to get your free 45-day extended trial. That's canva.me/advice, canva.me/advice. Last one. What are we looking forward to in the future of UA?
Well, first of all, we are looking forward to more of your guys' stories, even better ones, even crazier ones, even scarier ones. All the stories. We want them all. I think just growth.
Yeah.
I think Taryn and I had a lot of plans for 2020 that obviously got canceled.
So many plans.
So I think something I want to focus on in the, near future, assuming that the world opens up and is a better place, hopefully soon.
Yes.
I just want to meet you guys. Like, I just want to somehow be able to schedule some kind of something where we can actually interact and talk even more and discuss more topics and get down on all your guys' stories.
Yeah.
It would be nice to not record on my bed in my bedroom.
Yep.
That's something I want to start working on. And I don't see this ending anytime soon. And I'm very excited for growth for us.
Yeah. I would agree. I just feel like this could be something that helps so many people. And I feel excited to spread it for that reason. Yeah. It'd be cool if we got huge and made a ton of money. Obviously everyone wants to do that.
Duh.
But
you
even
guys
more
pay for
importantly,
bruh. Let's do it.
My college loans. But even more importantly, is that correct grammar? More importantly than that? More important than that. I don't know. just, I don't know. Like, again, I see the positivity that comes from this. And I just think it'd be so cool if that positivity can continue to spread in whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
So me and Ash were like ready to get out there and to like hustle and to like really put our all into like growing our podcast and spreading that positive message. So, I mean, we're still working on that in our own ways, but I think what you can see from UA is the same, as in like us just being genuine and loving your guys' stories. But I think also we can do that on a bigger scale.
100%.
And that's it. So if you guys
love it.
have been with us from the beginning, we like, I don't think you understand. We like love you. If you're just joining, we're so excited and we love you too. So, we are just excited to share this experience with all of you. And we literally couldn't do this without you guys. So
nope, not at all.
So yeah, let's go ahead. Do you want to wrap us up with a story and then we'll end it out?
I would love to.
Cool.
Guys, I'm very excited because the story I picked for our 100th episode is a funny one.
Ooh.
And it's a real good one. So let's go ahead and get into it. This one is titled, I Ruined a Millionaire's Carpet.
Oh my gosh. I've never been on a millionaire's carpet.
I wonder what that's
goal
like.
for 2021. I'm just going to walk on a millionaire's carpet.
Let's do it. Okay, here we go. Hello, Taryn and Ash. Everyone loves calling me Ash lately, and I'm into it. Love you guys and the podcast. You literally bring sunshine into my life, so thank you for that. Please keep me anonymous.
Okay.
I mean, millionaire's carpet's involved. I get it, girl. This story involves a boy. So for privacy's sake, let's call him Thomas. Thomas and I had met on a dating app. Thomas lived in a different state, but was staying with his aunt and uncle in Florida for several months. They lived 2 hours south of where I lived at the time. After a few weeks of talking, he finally asked me if I wanted to go out on a date with him. Cute. We met up and went to the beach and then out to eat. And then he asked if I wanted to go back to his aunt and uncle's house to hang in the hot tub. All caps. My heart leaped. She put, he must really like me, I thought. So of course I said yes. What he didn't mention is that his aunt and uncle are, all caps, loaded. Like huge mansion on the water, Lamborghini in the driveway, 3 boats docked in the backyard, loaded. We had a great time that night. Oh my God.
I mean, it sounds great.
It sounds wonderful.
We need to make new friends.
We need to get out more. Sign me up for that.
The stuff that gets us both is always so stupid.
Dumb. Anyways.
Okay.
That got me. The following weekend, my church was having an event near where Thomas's uncle and aunt lived, so I asked him if he wanted to go with me. He responded with, she puts in quotes, I was actually going to ask you to go to a Miami Heat game with me, but it's the night before your church event.
Literally my dream.
Yeah.
Someone taking me to pro athlete events.
So he adds, so why don't you stay the night after the game and we'll both go? I was shocked. He was inviting me to stay in his uncle's 8-bedroom, 10-bathroom mansion on the water in Miami. I knew this stuff only happened in Hallmark movies. But anyways, I drove the 2 hours down to Miami. His aunt was so sweet and showed me my massive bedroom for the night. We stayed in separate rooms and I locked my door at night, of course. LOL.
That's great.
My girl.
We love what you. I'm talking about. Use those minds.
Safety first.
Right?
Let's think about this all the way through.
Serial killers are cute too sometimes.
Sometimes they're millionaires. Anyways. The advice coming at you right now is like next level. We went to the basketball game, which was such a blast. We then stayed up super late that night, talking, goofing off, and eating tons of junk food. It was so amazing. Everything in this house was immaculate, like literally immaculate. I was afraid to touch anything. The floor throughout the house was a gorgeous marble, except in the bedrooms. The bedrooms were a plush, perfect white carpet.
Oh, no.
First of all,
What did
white
she do to the carpet?
White
What did she do?
Like, I can't even explain to you guys how pristine these carpets were. Just imagine a bride's wedding dress, but in carpet form. Oof. That is white.
Ashley's dream.
Yeah. The next morning, we took our breakfast out onto the balcony of his room to eat. We ate and laughed. He then asked if I wanted to lay in his bed and watch Coco because I hadn't seen it, and he insisted that we watch it together.
I love Coco.
So we made our way to his bed and laid down. I absolutely agree with him. You haven't seen Coco?
I'm glad.
Drop everything and watch Coco. It's incredible. Thomas paused the movie about halfway through and said he needed to pee. When he stood up, however, a look of horror came onto his face. He pointed his finger at the floor and said, "What's that?" I looked down and see black footprints tracking across the room of the gorgeous white carpet leading from the balcony to my side of the bed. I hadn't realized that the balcony was a bit dirty, and I stupidly went out there barefoot, unlike Thomas, who was smart and had worn his slides out and then left them at the door when he came back inside. I was mortified.
Oh no.
Thomas quickly ran downstairs and returned with a rag and carpet cleaner and began frantically scrubbing the footprints in the carpet.
Oh, what a guy.
He seems really sweet. I was literally on the verge of tears at this point. I asked him if I could help, and him, being the nice guy that he was, kept saying, "No, I've got it." But as much as he tried, he could not hide the terror in his face. When I left that night, the footprints were more like large gray circles trailing across the room. Thomas assured me over and over that he would work on them again that night and that it would definitely come out. However, we never discussed it again, so I have no idea if it ever actually came out completely or not. And that was the last time I ever saw Thomas.
Oh no! No! True love is a lie.
But he seemed like such a genuine guy. He seemed so cool.
What about the game?
I have to say, I know, yes, you should have like worn your sandals, but also I feel like they should have been like, "Hey, you see how white this carpet is?"
Yeah.
Like he should have been like, "Listen, let me get you some shoes."
You
clearly,
yeah,
the carpet is bridal gowned white. Come on.
Yeah. And like, she can't be the only one that's ever made a mess on it. Like, floors are meant to
get dirty. Yeah.
So if they have that much money, I'm sure they have like carpet services and things like that to keep them that white, right?
Yeah. She added at the very end, "He and I still have each other on social media though. So I've attached a pic of me with my now hubby and one of him."
Oh, she's recovered.
I've also included a few pics of his uncle's house that I found online. So this is just for our eyes only. But
okay. I bet, does everyone hate when we do this?
Yeah,
I'm sure they do.
This is her and her husband.
Oh, cute.
Girl, you hot.
Yeah, she's super cute.
Hot
that
as
hair
hell.
is beautiful.
This is him.
Oh, wait. Zoom in. I know him. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah. Oh, she's great. She's doing good. I mean, he looks like he's happy.
He seems very nice. This is...
Holy crap.
Thomas's uncle's house.
Beautiful.
She's very sweet. She blocked out the address and everything.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that stunning?
That's stunning.
Guys, she wasn't exaggerating. It's a
huge.
mansion on the water. It's
girl.
a beautiful mansion
Family
on the water.
Parties. I get it. I'd hold on to that one too.
Unfortunate.
Yes.
That is such a bummer. But you know what? I'm really glad you experienced this, because then you would have never written in if you hadn't experienced this.
That is true.
Man, so thank you, Anonymous.
Yes.
For writing in. The pictures really were the cherry on top, because I know you guys, our listeners, can't see it, but I can fully vouch for her. This is a gorgeous home.
It's gorgeous.
And if I walked in there, I'd be scared too.
I would be. I mean, there's times like I walk around our house, even like when I have socks on or I'm barefoot, and all of a sudden my feet are so dirty. So like they can't get mad at you.
You can't be that mad.
But still, oof.
And then also like, and this is just me assuming, but like if you can afford a house like that, then you can afford for a carpet cleaner to come and clean the carpets. It's not that big of a deal.
So Thomas, chill.
Thomas, relax, man. Relax. Just kidding.
That was a great one.
We love you, Thomas.
We love you, Thomas. Invite us.
Guys, if you have stories like this that you've been sitting on that you want to share, it is 100% time for you to sit down and write the email. We want your stories, whether they're serious or they're funny. Send them in now. This is the universe telling you to send it in now.
Yes. Well, thank you all for joining us for our 100th episode of UA. We love you all. And I'm going to end with a dad joke.
As we always do.
As we do. Just making my way.
Downtown Washington Fest. Homebound.
Okay, stop. I'm making my way through my Christmas present from you, Ash. Okay. Why do crabs never give to charity?
Claw.
There's Ash's guess. The one word.
Claw.
Yes, claw. Because they're shellfish creatures.
Dang it.
Okay, let me do another one. Why do bees hum? Wing.
I don't know.
Because they don't know the words.
Stupid.
It's so good. Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for writing in and sharing Anonymous. And thank you guys for listening. If you made it to the dad joke, you know how much we love you.
We do.
So we'll talk to you guys soon.
Cheers to 100 and cheers to 100 more.
Amen.
Is that a good cheers? I don't
know why I said amen.
Hallelujah.
I'm so tired. Okay, bye.
We love you. Bye.